Amazing Grace 2007 began here at Millet Bible Baptist Church, where the teams were debriefed on how to play the game, the rules, the regulations to it, and their first twist. The first clue was hidden somewhere on church property, and they had a choice. Either they could decipher a code to be able to get the clue, to know where to find it, or they were able to get the clue right off the bat. If they chose it off the bat though, they'd receive a 10-minute penalty when it came to the finish line. Even if they were the first one there, they'd have to stand to the side for 10 minutes, allowing any other teams that came during that time to cross before they did. Regardless of which way they choose to get their first clue, it's going to tell them to come to the mall. The teams will have to find a mystery shopper who's wearing an Amazing Grace t-shirt with a logo on the front and back. Once they find him, he'll give them their next clue. They have a choice of 2 obstacles to be able to choose. They had to choose between an obstacle of eating or an obstacle of seeking. They'll come here to Bloomingdale's flower shop. Once they get here, they'll have to eat things kind of gross. Things like mayonnaise, cans of sardines, good stuff like that. Once they complete eating their gross foods, they'll be given the clue to go to their next location. The team chose seeking. They had to go to a Meijer location in Lansing and find a marked car. Well, remember, there's 3 Meijer in Lansing, so they'd have to take a gamble of which one it may be, whether it be West Saginaw, South Cedar, or over on Lake Lansing Road. It could take a while, but it's a very simple task. Once they find the marked vehicle, they'll be given their next clue, that they must raise $35 from begging it off of people, going to public places, doing shining shoes, washing cars, whatever it may be. But they can't go to the next location until they find $35. That next location is a random address that they are given. That random address is going to lead them to a vacant farmhouse out in the middle of nowhere on the end of a dead-end street. The greatest twist, though, is that it hasn't always been a dead end. In fact, it was just recently made a dead end, so none of the maps are going to show it's a dead end, giving the teams an added challenge. However, once they find this house, they'll be able to make sure their money is counted for and get their next clue. Their next clue will lead them to a detour taking place at Post Oak Elementary School. Once at Post Oak Elementary School, the teams have a choice between 2 challenges. They can either find a marble hidden in a 5-gallon bucket of sand, however they can't dump it out, or they can go around the block counting the slabs of concrete making up the sidewalk. It's their choice of which one they'll complete. Once they've completed one of the challenges, they'll be able to receive their clue to be able to go down to Spartan Speedway. Once they finish the last detour, they're going to have to come to Spartan Speedway, ride a bicycle 10 laps around the track before they're able to get their last clue that directs them back to the church. Once teams arrive back at the church, the first team to be able to get their entire team up onto the porch will win. But don't forget the twist at the beginning. You see, they may have a 10-minute penalty they've faced, which means they could have gotten here first and still have to wait for other teams to come. It was an exciting ending. It was an exciting ending. You are winners, Amazing Grace 2007.
Very nice. Okay.
You are second place for the Amazing Grace 2007. You are third place for Amazing Grace 2007. With the race over, the day didn't stop yet. See, inside we came to be able to have an intense time of worship, a look into God's Word, and of course, they had to receive the prizes, some good pizza, and a whole lot more fun. In the end, what's more to be said than see you next year?